Tito Starr, down the road ENT. I'm getting faded, baby. Elevated, baby. All this gas I'm keeping lit, I'm medicated, baby. I'm medicated, baby. We gon' take it to the top of the mountain. Take it to the top of the sky. Take it to the top of the mountain. Cause I believe I can fly. I've been getting hella faded, baby. Elevated, baby. And I'm so high that a nigga levitated, baby. Oh yeah, I levitated, baby.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Here we are again, people to people with Rodney Grimes. As you know, I'm always excited when we come out and we able to bring some information to our viewers, get out here and do what we do. So this is just an amazing opportunity again for me to be the choice and the voice for many people. Before I introduce my guests, I have it's some people that I have to just do a shout out to Linda Wilson, who was a very, very dear friend to many people in the Alexandria area, has transitioned, and I want to send my condolences out to her family. I want to make sure that we all do not take life for granted. We're not promised tomorrow, nor the next minute, nor the next day. So always make sure that we do our best to show love and respect for one another and just to embrace life itself. I'm sure my mind's going to be coming and going, but before that, I'm so excited about my guest today, Mr. Tito Starr's in the house.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you doing? How you doing, Mr. Grimes? Thank you for having me.
Hey, it's my pleasure. I am so excited. First of all, I'm going to tell you. So when I talked to your manager, Miss Amy, right?
Yes, indeed.
She told me she sent the video to me, and I sat there and I looked at the video and I was like, oh my goodness, we got one. I see you've been putting that work in.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
So where you originate from?
Originally, I was born in Brooklyn, New York. I was raised in Miami, Florida, and then I migrated to the DMV area. Lived in Baltimore, went to school at Howard, and reside in the Maryland area now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so just listening to some of your music, man, I see you've been putting that work in.
Trying, brother, trying. Thank you.
What I say, sometimes when people say trying, that's when they started. They just starting.
Yeah.
When I'm looking at the quality work that you put out, you doing it.
Appreciate
so
it.
that's much respect.
Appreciate
So
it.
so right now, do you have any big plans for the upcoming future for 2022?
Yeah, shoot. The upcoming plan is to make it as big as possible for the 2022. Presently, right now, my album is out, rejuvenated on all streaming platforms. The single Cloud 9, produced by Cash Money AP, real hot producer in the industry right now. He did Pop Smoke single that he got with the baby. Rest in peace to Pop Smoke. He did something for the Migos, for Future, a couple of other people. So that single is the one you saw the video to, which is Cloud 9.
Right.
So that's doing real well for me. And the second single off the album, Ain't No Waiting, was produced by K.E. on the track. He's responsible for All the Way Turned Up by Roscoe Dash, You the Boss by Rick Ross and Nicki Minaj, Magic Future. So he did my second single, and that was featured on BET Jams recently, thankfully. So that was milestone for me getting on BET Jams as a youngin'. You come up in BET, you know,
Yeah.
Donnie Simpson, you know,
Yeah,
you've been watching BET
yeah.
forever, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Big Tigger, Rap
Yeah.
City, all that. So yeah, that was definitely a highlight for sure. So just trying to capitalize off the momentum right now. You know what I mean? Was down in Atlanta, did the Coalition DJs Coalition DJs Summit, where they had a lot of great people. Jazzy Faye, world-renowned producer, drummer boy, responsible for Jeezy, Yo Gotti, Gucci, Corey Moe, who produced for UGK, Ghetto Boys. So they was all just giving a lot of good game and information and networking, you know. So just trying to take my career to the next level, and hopefully 2022 will be my year.
Well, we not going to say hopefully that we're going to make that happen.
My man.
One of the things that we are doing in this area, we are looking at the artists that we have coming up.
Yeah.
We have artists like yourself that's putting the work in. I'm trying to bring, and I shouldn't have said I, because as an individual, but we have a team that's really trying to take the People to People podcast to a level where we're going to be a voice for you and many other individuals who are out here trying to get the information out.
Yes, indeed.
Among us here.
Yes, indeed. And I'm definitely going to help try to push it from my platform to yours as well, for sure. Definitely cross-promote and make sure that my folk know that. Definitely come holler at Mr. Grimes if they want to get their interviews, if they want to network, if they want to promote, if they want to put their, if they want to get on the platform. Definitely. Yeah.
You know what I'm really excited about, and I heard you mention when you said you went down to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Why did you go there?
Oh man, shoot. It was necessary. Just knowing that it's a big world out here, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a big world out here. A lot of people get stuck in their neighborhood. A lot of people get stuck just thinking about taking over their neighborhood or their hood. You know, that's what people say, you know, take over your hood and then move on. But from my personal experience, 8 times out of 10, people that live in the neighborhood that you living in don't want to see you really excel past them.
Come on.
So if you really think that your neighborhood going to push you to that limit, you dreaming.
Right.
Ain't no need. So you might well go ahead, get up, get out. And like my good friend Black Dorsey says, if you ain't on the road, you ain't making no money. So that's pretty much what it is. You got to get out there on that road, man. You know what I'm saying? See things, vibe with other people, see what music makes them move, you know, because what is played on the radio up here don't mean it's played on the radio there. You know, what's played in the club here don't mean it's played there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you could get a different vibe of music and be able to tell that, you know what I mean, it's something that I never even thought of touching on because it was never introduced to me because of where I live at. But then I'm going to go somewhere else and peep it. I mean, like everybody got their thing. DC has go-go. In Miami, they have bass music, which is booty shaking music. You know, Uncle Luke, that's where it started. New Orleans, they got the jig music, you know, where they got their own little thing, you know what I mean?
Right,
so
right.
every city kind of have their own little something, you know what I mean? So it'd be best for a musician, if you calling yourself a musician, to really get into music, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
How
try to
about that?
tap in, you know?
Yeah. And that's good. I'm for, you know, a lot of times I'll talk about some of the people that we got in the studio, and we got the young rapper D-Lo C, and I had you speaking
Yes,
with
sir.
her.
I had the pleasure of meeting him earlier. Yeah.
And one of the things that I was trying to explain to him is, you know, you got to put that work in.
For sure.
So, you know, he said he ready. So all I can do is just sit by and see we're going to put him dropping in that hot seat. Because, you know, it's a lot of responsibility to go behind that.
Yeah, it's hot. It's definitely hot. Ain't no question about that. Literally and metaphorically, it's hot, for sure.
Yeah.
One thing I would say, man, if I could give anybody any advice, I would say, man, is this is like a sport, right? If you could look at it like that. The people that last in this sport are the people like yourself, not the people like me. You feel me? I'm a player. You a coach.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
The player's gonna come and go.
Yes.
The coach gonna always be there though.
Be hanging in there.
Bang. You know? So, in saying all that to say, if we can recognize and accept that this is a game, know the rules before you play the game. You
Yes.
feel me?
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the best advice I could give to anybody that's calling themselves wanting to get into this game. Learn the rules. If you play football, if you play basketball, organized.
Right.
You learn the rules before you get on the team, right?
That's right. There you go. You can't say it no better than that.
That's what I would tell anybody. You'll save a lot of time. You'll save a lot of money. You'll save a whole lot of aggravation. You save a whole lot instead of just blindly walking into a room trying to feel your way, stumping your toe on this table, hitting your leg on that thing over there because you can't see where you're going.
Yeah.
You're going to learn a valuable lesson now, but at what cost?
And the main thing is very important when individuals out here, we get the right team behind you.
Most definitely. That's definitely a big part of it, too, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Team, definitely. I mean, I guess I would say when you learn the rules, that will come after that, you know, but team is huge, like, you know, a big part of the game that I wind up having to learn the hard way was thinking when I first came in the game that, you know, when you're fresh out the gate, you know, you just feel like, shoot, you can just do everything by yourself.
Right.
And at the end of the day, if it's understood that I'm the player and you're the coach, there's no way the player is going to get into rooms that the owners are in.
Right.
Only the coach can.
That's right.
So we're going to have to work together.
Yes.
So we can get the deal done.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, so that was back in the day, that was some of the problems when we had the players. They didn't want to listen to the coach.
Yeah.
And the coach is in a position for a reason.
Definitely.
So when they start seeing things, they be like, don't run up the sideline like that because you're going to get hit. So if you're not paying attention, then what can happen is you can get hit and get your leg broken, then you out of the game.
Yes, sir.
So the same thing in the music business.
Yes,
you got to be careful about who you and how you go. One of the things that I found out in the music business that's so important is loyalty.
Yeah.
Be loyal to your team.
Definitely.
Because when, you know, a lot of times you'll get some cats that see that you're a hot artist, they'll come up and they'll drop $50,000 to $100,000 on you. That's no money for a music artist.
No, it ain't. I mean, if you fresh out the hood and you know what I mean, yeah, it'll definitely be something to you. But if you're playing the long game, it's definitely not in your best interest. But that's the thing, you know. Once again, in learning the rules, you'll understand that, you know what I'm saying, this music game is not all that it's cracked up to be. This is a job. Like, you know, it seems fun when you watch the videos and you see somebody at a show and it look like they popping bottles and doing all, you know, definitely. But it take a whole lot. Just like I was sitting here for about 10 minutes prior to the show even starting and watching all the work that's being put in before it started.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, people don't understand that.
Yeah.
They see you, you know, looking, you know, you shining, you look like you having fun, you look like you got a little bit of money, you doing it. I'm trying to be where he is. They don't understand exactly what it take to be there. You know what I'm saying? And then only there is the beginning. You're still trying to get so far. You know what I'm saying? So it's a constant grind. It's a constant hustle, but definitely loyalty, team, and awareness of a situation, you know, in the situations, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of metaphorical demons, devils in the music game, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta be very aware, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be spiritually grounded.
Bruh, thank you.
I mean, it's once again, it's a lot, man. We could talk for hours and hours. It's a whole lot, you know. But if you had a rule book and you reading the rules, then this is not nothing new to you. But, you know, once again, I know it seems sweet, jump out there, let's, you know, get in the booth, let's create this, let's make this, and let's make that. But 75 to 80% of the music business is not music.
Right. It's the business.
It's the business.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? The music is easy to do. You know, we can just sit up here right now and playing around and come up with something, you know what I'm saying?
And get a hit. But have a one-hit wonder.
But getting paid off it. Now, that's the part.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Man, you're giving out some powerful knowledge today. I appreciate that.
Appreciate it.
Yes, for many individuals who's out in there. But and one of the things that I want the audience to understand, Tito, being he's a music artist who's doing what he's doing, this what he was talking about can apply to you in any. You could be sewing, you could be a dancer, you could be
Correct.
a
Correct.
a professional roller skater.
Anything. This
Anything.
is not music stricken.
Right.
This is life related in general. Whether you construction job, whether you a telemarketer, whatever. Learn the rules of the game before you get in the game, so you can better play the game. You know what I'm saying? One thing about us as folk of color, whenever we get in the game and learn the rules, we master any game it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But in a game like this that seems a little more street orientated, a lot of people probably don't use this,
Right.
you know, because they really think that it's about music.
Well, one of the things, and I'm glad that you brought that out, in the music business, really, for the Black Americans,
Yeah.
it's been a real platform for us to be able to get recognized.
Indeed.
And we dominate anything that we get in. We dominate it.
Indeed.
Now, not saying that we're better than anybody or whatever, but we talking about when we focus on something and we put our heart into it.
We excel.
We excel.
Yes, sir.
And so with many people, they have a tendency not to really go back and pay attention to the history
Correct.
of the people in the music business.
Very true.
We had many individuals that couldn't come and be on the platform and talk about their artists, their skills, and get this information.
Correct.
They had to go through back doors. They were robbed.
Yeah.
But where we are today, we're in a position where now what we're doing, we got platforms like People to People that we're able to really bring it to the forefront, and we don't have to beg anybody, and we don't go through the back door. We come straight through the front door and sit in the
I
big
know
chair.
That's right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And that's a big difference for
Yes,
where we
sir.
are today.
Definitely, man. Knowing your history. I was talking to somebody recently, and they was telling me that, the past don't matter. I was like, nah, you sadly mistaken. The past always matter, because if you don't know that, then you don't know where you're going. You know
My
what
man.
I'm saying?
Yes.
So, like,
Yes.
but I guess, I get it, because I'm living in this generation, and I'm kind of in the middle where I'm not super young, but I'm not considered super old. So I get it. People more live in the moment than really try to understand the whole thing about where it come from. You know what I'm saying? But like I told somebody, I was like, if we talking about people who started this thing that's called music, like rap, like I asked my son, he's 15, he told me, I asked him, what's the first rap album you could say you can go back to hearing? He said, Lil Wayne. I was like, damn. I said, which one? He said, the Carter. I was like, damn, you don't even know about The Block Is Hot, do you? He was like, nah. I would say, see? You know what I'm saying? So that means a whole Cash Money that you missed, a whole No Limit that you missed. You know what I'm talking about? A whole Bad Boy that you missed, a whole Death Row that you missed. You know what I'm saying? But then you expect to come in this game and excel to the fullest ability.
Right.
And you don't even know how it, like.
How it started.
It's interesting, Nah, and then I told him Einstein's definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and expecting a different result. That's seemingly what the game is, you know what I'm saying? Like, we keep trying to do everything by ourselves, keep trying not to get this knowledge, keep trying not to network, keep trying not to build, and think that we're special, Like, if I could give any message, let me definitely say this one. Every one of us, for some reason or another, we think we are that one in a million.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason. It's something special about us all.
Right.
But that don't make us that one in a million, though.
Okay.
To me.
Right. No,
Now, I could be wrong.
Speak.
What kill us is the fact that I think I'm so special, I'm that one. And you think you're so special, you're that one. Well, then where the million at?
Mm-hmm.
Who are in the million? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For me, when the music game changed for me was when I realized and came to the conclusion that maybe I'm part of the million, trying to be the one instead of the one in a million. You feel me?
Come on now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speak some truth.
That when everything changed for me. Because, like I say, man, you think everybody think they special. I'm cute. My looks going to get me through the door. You know what I'm saying? I could finesse my way through this and through that. But then you realize, man, it come a time that you just got to do things the right way to get the right result. And for me, that's when my whole thing changed. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't come in here trying to learn the rules first. I jumped straight on the field trying to get in and trying to be the MVP. And in that's when you got to, learn your life lessons. So could have possibly been further than where I'm at right now. But then I think it's God's timing, because if I was further than where I was, with the lack of knowledge I had, I probably would have blew it and threw it all the way anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it just bring everything right here full circle.
It's just amazing. I'm listening to you. First of all, much respect for your humbleness.
Appreciate it, definitely, man. Got to.
You reminiscing and talking about the things that need to be done. You recognize your mistakes, and
self-reflection is big in this game. Self-reflection is big in this game. You know what I mean? Can't be too big not to hear something from somebody. You know what I'm saying? Self-reflection is big. Looking in that mirror and checking yourself.
Come on.
Big. It's big in this game. It's not something that everybody willing to do. It's not something that everybody is willing to hear. You feel me? Because the truth hurts. You know what I'm saying? The truth hurts. You know what I'm saying?
I did something a little special today. I'm gonna keep kind of throwing his name out a little bit because Dolo C is the new. I'm trying to give him some play, so you see where I'm going with this, right? But I gave him a little book, and it's something that you said, and while he's sitting in the audience listening, when you said, one, you got to definitely have God in your life
for sure.
You get that stability, so have something where you can. You have that faith to push you forward and to keep you grounded.
Got to.
But I was telling him about documenting his information so that when you talked about just now, you said where you look in the mirror at yourself. And you can go back and you can check yourself out and say, you know what? Yo, this is where I am. This is where I need to be. This is what I need to do. It's very important.
That self-evaluation is big, especially in this game.
Yes.
Because, just in life, it's about growth. And the music game is about growth. You know what I mean? Whatever we making right now, probably not going to be made in the same fashion 8-9 years from now. The music game changed. Consistently changing. I was just listening to some of the music that my boy was playing not too long ago. And 8 to 10 years ago, that flow pattern probably wouldn't even been used.
Right.
But now everybody uses it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's constantly evolving. You know what I'm saying? And if you, as an artist, may think that you're just, that good or that nice to be able to just do what you do and you'll be all right, it's not gonna work. This music game is like the IT world. I got a homeboy that's in IT, by the way, so I use that to kind of, metaphor it. But he always got to go like every 4 or 5 months to go get some training to get a new certificate because there's always some new stuff coming out.
Yeah.
That's what this is right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you always got to retool and, you know what I'm saying, study, brush up, check out what's new, so forth like that, so you understand what's on the cusp. You go back, listen to some of my music 12 years ago, it doesn't sound like what it sounds like now because I had to understand what's going on now to fit into the time.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
That was one of the other things, the message that I was trying to share, and that is that you, in order for you to be relevant, you got to be relevant to what's happening. You know what I mean? You can't really, you go back and check your history. You want to go back and you want to see what they were doing, but then you bring that information to the now. And then you take what's going on now, and then you put your flavor to it. You can't you cannot create the wheel again, but you can definitely make it so that it'll roll smoother.
Man, that's one of mine. You stole one. I ain't even get a chance to say it. You got me. You got me. That's one of mine right there. I keep that one in my pocket.
Yeah.
If it's when I'm talking the game and I'm giving advice to somebody, you cannot reinvent this wheel.
Yes.
This wheel is what it is for a reason, and it's built to stay like that. That's just like the government. We ain't gonna change this.
Right.
This is the way it's been for a reason, and it's gonna keep rocking
right.
while we gone.
Right.
And the wheel of the game, the music, the way it's built, the way you approach people,
Yes.
the way you come in the rooms, the way you network, all of that, it is the wheel. No matter how talented you think you are, no matter how much bread you think you have, no matter how much pull you think you have, if you're not rolling the way the wheel is rolling, you're going to get rolled over.
Come on, man. That's powerful. Really, really. For everybody just joining in, this is People to People with Rodney Grimes. My guest today is Mr. Tito Starr.
Yes, sir.
This rap artist here, man, he one of those guys, man, that I can sit down and talk with for hours. I am just so elated about, having you here at the studio.
Appreciate it, brother. Likewise.
So, how do they get to see your video? Let's tell them how they do that.
They can check me out on YouTube, definitely. They can follow me on all social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter. It's at TITOSTARR1. Tito Starr with 2 R's. Tito Starr 1. TITOSTARR1. YouTube, you can check out all the videos. Music is on all streaming platforms. The website is www.titostar.com. Star with 2 R's. You can go get the merch. Down the road is the brand. That's also a big part of the game. If you don't know, it's branding. It's not all about the music.
There you
know
go.
What I'm saying? It's about the brand. You know what I'm saying? I can mess around and probably make triple what I can make on music off this merchandising and clothing. Like within the same time, I'm gonna go into the studio and try to make a song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely, man. www.titostar.com. The merch. Go get down the road, man, on everything. But yeah, man. That's pretty much what it is. Just spent time building my team up. Thankfully, I've got one of the final pieces that I needed, being Miss Amy, to help solidify what I'm trying to do and which direction we trying to go. And yeah, man, just brought me to you, which is definitely been elated to myself, because I like having conversation and meeting other minds with good folk. You know what I mean? Like, that's very exciting for myself, meeting new people that have interesting things to say and interesting points of view. So thank you for bringing me on People to People, Mr. Grimes, for sure.
It's my pleasure. For all the individuals out there, if you want to call in and ask Tito some questions, it's 703-752-6120. It's 703-752-6120.
Yes, indeed.
Also, remember, we look for sponsorship. We looking for sponsorship. We looking for support. The Cash App is the $ RG1960.
Yes, sir.
Remember, it's about us supporting each other. One of the things I try to get people to understand, and that's what we're doing with People to People, what we're doing is we're bringing the individuals in, and we're making the platform available.
Yeah.
But something, as we know, the lights got to get paid.
Indeed.
Everything we got to do.
One hand got to wash the other, brother.
Yes.
And scratching one's back, scratching the other, definitely. You know what I mean? And that's what this game is all about, for sure. So anybody that definitely wants to come on, it would be in their best interest to do whatever they can to help push this platform as much as they can, so you can get business, and one hand can wash the other. You know what I'm saying?
I love it. That's one of the things that I was liking about down in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Down there, they networking.
Yeah.
They networking. That's why I asked you, why did you go there?
I mean, the A is popping, like you said. It is one of the hotter premier music places. You know what I'm saying, on the East Coast. New York still has all of the music buildings. You know what I'm saying? So Sony and Def Jam and all them still in New York.
Right.
Atlanta is the new New York right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, for sure, man. And just to be able to get around down there and talk to a lot of different people. Like I said, man, just being there, I was able to meet Deb Anthony, Waka Flocka's mother, who, is on Love and Hip Hop, Gorilla Zoe. I told you a couple of other folks that I had already met as well. So, I mean, just being in the city for 2-3 days, shoot, I met probably like 8 or 9 celebs in the music business, that's doing it. You know what I mean? So the networking aspect down there is ridiculous. I mean, you can bounce into anybody. I was blessed to go into Compound Studios in Atlanta, Georgia, which is Neo, the singer from Def Jam, his studio in Atlanta. Shout out my man K Compound. I was up in there with him, and shout out my man Zay France. He doing this thing right now, up and coming artist. That's a R&B artist in Atlanta. One of Neo's up and coming artists. So I just happened to bounce into them and walked into a studio session. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that anywhere. You
Right.
know what I mean? So the opportunities of something like that was definitely huge. So yeah, man, I like going down to Atlanta. I like going down to Miami. I mean, that's where I'm from. So I definitely love going down there. LA. It's a lot of good networking out in LA. I mean, anywhere, man. Greensboro, North Carolina. Shout out Greensboro. I'll be down in North Carolina a lot. So I pretty much, like my man said, if you ain't on the road, you ain't getting no money, man.
Yeah.
You got to get out here and touch these people, talk to these people, you know.
Yeah.
Sort of like a politician, shaking hands and kissing babies or whatever they say.
Yeah. And that's what we definitely doing, and what we plan on doing with people to people. We making sure that we're going to be getting out and networking, and like you said, shaking hands. We're going to be getting out there, promoting different things for different individuals. Before I even go any further, I want to do a shout out to Mr. Jerry McMillan. Now, let me tell you, this man is going to be one of the first. He is one of the first black candidates running for sheriff of Fairfax.
That's
that's
what's up. That's what's up.
I wanted to make sure that I put that out there.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Good luck to him.
Yeah. Oh, hey, let me tell you something. We're gonna get behind him 100%. We're gonna be promoting him, and you just made me think about that when you was talking about it's not just about the music business. It's about what we have as product. I had the opportunity to be in the office with him yesterday, and he was talking about bringing change to this area, bringing change to different locations, and supporting people on the level where they be treated with respect, and to be able to be put into these situations where they are protected by people who already are out there and know what's going on. So to say that here in the music business, that's some of the things that we got to think about up here.
Yeah.
We got to think about how we going to really elevate this thing. Go up here, hey, Go is what's up in D.C., right?
Indeed. I was blessed. When I moved up here, in like around 2000. So I've been here for probably about like 20-something years now. And thankfully, I was blessed that when I first started getting my buzz built up, it was actually through the go-go scene. I was performing intermission at Club Elite for Junkyard Band.
Okay.
So that helped me kind of get in with a lot of people that were natives, that probably wouldn't have accepted me being an out-of-towner, or probably would not have, given me that chance. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, the go-go community, man. Shout out to Bugs, the Godfather of Crank, man. Shout out to Big G. Shout out to my dude Killer Cow. Rare Essence. He's actually featured on my album, Rejuvenated. The single is called Cargo Pants. We'll be shooting that video shortly. So yeah, man, the go-go scene is very, very influential and big, and they have their own community out here. And any artist or just anybody networking in general with business, it would be best for them to definitely get in tune with the go-go community. You know what I mean?
Most definitely. We got a lot of gentlemen this here, again, pioneers. One of my very dear friends, Mr. William Pinky Slade.
Okay.
He's one of the guys who've been doing a lot of connecting with individuals in the music business. I want to do a shout out to one of my also neighborhood associates and friends, Steve Thurman, who is with a group called Step 4. But also, I just talked to him. He has his own record label that he has put together, and they've been in the grind doing a lot. So by me bringing these names up and talking about these things, we do have the sources here. It's just a matter of us coming together
And putting the pieces together.
Yes,
sir.
And so that's why I'm telling you right here publicly that this is now a platform for you to use to call, and you and Amy can call and say, yo, we got something hot. We need to talk about it. We could do a special on a Saturday. We're going to put it out there. We're going to be like, yo, this is what we're doing. We even got it so that actually in a few minutes, we're going to have it where you'll be able to even perform some of your stuff in here. You know,
dope, man.
we're going to have it so you can come in and just, be able to do it. We're going to be able to be able to show the videos. I'm talking about taking this. This is not no platform where it's all about just music. This is about helping, supporting people, getting the information out, changing the way we thinking and how we living.
For the culture and the community, man, definitely. And this is very, very appreciated on our end, man, most definitely. Things like this right here, some people feel like they're artists or been doing art for so long that they got to get paid for everything and all this other stuff. You got to understand, man, it's definitely about the grassroots with everything. You know, if I coached Pee Wee football before, they got grassroots football, right? That's what this is, somewhat of a grassroots thing, you know what I'm saying? So it just helped out, man, to be able to network the men you've named. I haven't met them. I look forward to meeting them and speaking with them, you know what I mean? But had I never came here, I wouldn't even known them names and possibly never even got a chance to meet them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's possibly something that we can do for each other to help each other. Yes. You know what I mean? In that respect. So, yeah, that's what this is all about, man. So salute the people, salute to the platform, man. And, yeah, we're here for it, man. So we're going to definitely help take it to the top.
I love that. So, again, what's your hottest track that you got going right now? What is your hottest single?
I would say Cloud 9. The one that you said you was into,
Please accept my apology not being able to show the video.
It's all good.
You know,
man. Hopefully they tap in and check it out.
Yeah. So I highly recommend. I want y'all to go on the YouTube. Go. You got to go on YouTube.
Cloud with a K, FYI.
Yes, go on and check out the video.
Cloud 9.
The video is hot.
Yeah.
I was sitting there. I was like, oh man. I was like, this is pretty okay. I'm loving this.
It was a real good look, man. This was shot by Angle 45 Media. Salute to my dude, man. Came up with the treatment. Treatment for those that don't know. That's basically like the script of how we gonna do it. From the song, it's a feel good song. It's a feel good vibe. So we pretty much just went out to Deep Creek, and we rented a spot out Deep Creek. And just had a couple friends come out and, basically did it like just a nice vibe, man. We went and got some chicken, some burgers, we put stuff on the grill. We went and got some liquor, and we just turned it into a nice little weekend and recorded the video the whole weekend. Right. You know what I mean? So it was pretty dope.
And that's why, believe it or not, I've had the opportunity to go to Deep Creek and, here we giving them a little plug.
Right. They better take some bread off my next one.
You know what I mean? But we enjoyed ourselves out there. And y'all excuse me, I just got up and I grabbed this. I grabbed this book. It's called Ambitious, right? This book is written by Frank Johnson. Now, the reason why I got this book, we talking about music business.
Correct.
Frank worked with Def Jam, Atlantic Records. He worked with every record label that was out there at one point. And what I found, I completed the book, and I'm gonna show you something. The reason why I'm doing this, speaking about the music business, how it's a job.
Yes, sir.
And the work that you got to put in. Mm-hmm. He speaks about that in his career in the music business. And here he was working with some of the best that ever did it. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I say that to say this. So what we want to do is, just like we saying, check out Tito's video. We telling you to show
Brother Frank.
Brother Frank
Some
Johnson.
love.
Yeah, show. Hey, yo, you got you. Wait a minute. You got him showing the book right now?
Brother Frank Johnson.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Ambitious. Okay. Hey.
There you go.
Up. This is definitely something I need to check out, man.
Yeah. You definitely want to do that. and I'm up here trying to see. I get that short term memory loss. Dolo C. I want to make sure that also I'm going to. I think I'm gonna lend him my book. I don't know because that was. I might have to buy him one because I want him to read that book.
This is dope though.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
it's
just from the beginning. I mean, like this is a dope. This is a dope phrase. Is how desire plus skill can change your life.
right.
That's the game right there.
And
man.
that's the game.
Yeah.
And what happens with a lot of people, what we got to do is it's all about us moving forward. We moving forward. Also with Miss Amy, who is really putting her work in. She is in the studio. She's sitting back there in the audience.
Yes, indeed.
And we shout out to her for her. I just want to say, for her work that she's doing in the community, how she's making herself available. We was just talking about some of the things that she's putting on the table.
Yes, indeed.
And then for her, literally, now I'm gonna show you how people work. She talked to me. She told me I had one of the hottest artists getting ready to take over the DMV. That's because she said that in subliminal messages, right? and I was like, yo, and I said, well, can you get him on the show with me? And she was like, let me see what I can do. And so she did her diligent duty to make sure that everything was correct.
Indeed.
And so
well, let me let you know on the flip side. She let me know, and she was like, "You got to get up with this dude, Mr. Grimes. He is a very important dude doing a lot of things." So it was basically the same mutual respect on the flip side. She was like, "Yo, whatever you doing, drop it. Let's go over here. We got to go holler at this guy. It's definitely a dude you want to network with." And when she made it seem that it was definitely important like that, we cleared the schedule and make it happen. So,
and she did tell me, again, I appreciate it because it was kind of like a short notice. So I want to say thank you to you because when she looked at the date, she was like, okay, let me get back with you. And also much respect to her. I'm not going to put nothing too personal out there, but she had some things she had to deal with.
Yes,
but yet,
indeed.
this is another soldier in the Army. Now, let me show you how it works. When you putting that work in, right? She took the time still to do this, to handle her business, to handle her personal agenda, and to make sure that she was blessing all of us all at the same time, and at the same time standing on her grounds to take care of her business. So much respect and love to Amy, man. I mean, this is to talk about the work ethics. This is what she was talking about earlier when she said, and she was talking to the young rap artist that we've been mentioning, letting him know, what you got to do is you got to put that work in. You got to put the work, but you got to be dedicated. And then at the same time, I told him, I said, look, here's going to be an opportunity. We got a seasoned guy. See, some people think, and we had this talk earlier too, they think success is being on TV, having all this money, having the big houses, all that. That's not success.
No.
Success is you being comfortable in where you are.
Indeed.
And what you're doing.
Indeed.
Where you can have you can lay down with a peace of mind.
For sure. For sure.
So that's one of the things that in this business a lot of people got to realize that
in the business, I think everybody got to figure out that there are different parts to play. And what messes us up is we feel that if it's like a movie, if we're not the main character, then we don't want to be in the movie.
Come on, man.
Saying? Like,
come on.
What people got to understand is if this movie wins an Oscar, I've won an Oscar as well. Whether I was the leading actor or whether I was just a supporting role in this movie. You feel me? Everybody want to be Christopher Columbus. They want to be that person that discovered America, supposedly.
Well, you might want to use another name because
just in the sense of saying they want to be the person that is in the history books that their name is the person for Columbus Day.
Yeah.
However, there were some people on those ships that was rowing when the wind wasn't blowing.
Right.
You feel me?
Yes.
There was some folk that was what they call swabbing the deck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
In the crow's nest.
It was some folk that was up top looking, it was some people cooking to make sure, you know what I mean? All those people played an intricate part in making the Columbus Day and all that, but that's all we see as the last part of it. So everybody wants that glorifying part to be like, yeah, I'm that person there. But it's so many things that help bring you to the level of where you at. Just like Amy, you know what I'm saying? Like someone may not see her or they may not know who she is, but the roles that she's playing to help make this Rubik's Cube line up.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that's the game, you know what I mean? So just got to understand that it's not all about being the leading actor. You know what I'm saying? It's not all about being the main star. Sometimes it's just about playing your role until it's your time to be the star. Yeah. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah. I love that. I love that. And that's that's what we do here, again, in People to People, we got different people that are playing different areas, different roles.
That's life.
Christy Love, that's a relationship coach. We got Hanadi, which is a life coach. We got Ihab, who you just met a while ago. Who he's on all platforms doing different things. Lady Z, who's she is the pillow talk, but at the same time the grounder of reason, and all of us play our part.
That sounds like a village right there.
Oh man, we trying to put it together. And
that's a village, man. Yeah. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. It's a village. You know what I'm saying? And the village, sad to say, for my generation, the villages ain't what they used to be. So, you know what I mean? It's definitely good to see that, you know what I mean? Hopefully it carry on to, some of the folk that's, my range and a little bit younger than me. But, yeah, the villages aren't what they used to be. And, it's not many resources that a lot of the villagers have. So, you know what I mean? It's like your village isn't really popping because people don't have those resources or, but then it goes back once again, as far as working together, player and coach and player. And I say that to just say as far as young and old and young. Like, I'm going to throw this out there real fast because it just came to me. In the black culture, we the only ones that seem to have a concept where either you're really young or you're really old. There's no in between. Mm-hmm. Every other culture got gradual points, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. From this progression to that progression to that progression. But for us, for some reason, we here and then we leapfrog right over there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then it even goes to the sport talk. I talked to my son and I'm like, yo, such and such a running back. He's like 29. He's like, oh, he old. I'm like, damn, that's old? He's like, yeah. I'm like, shit, well, you 15. So in 15 years, you about to be old? He's like, oh, nah, I ain't think about it like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know why for us, for some reason, but it's like, yeah, it's either you're really young or you're really old. And it's like it's no middle class, right? So it's like you're either really rich or you're really poor, right? Yeah. And for us, missing that middle class as a culture, I think, is what hurt us and helped different cultures. You know what I'm saying? Because that elementary one could talk to that junior high one, and that junior high one can talk to that high school, and that high school could talk to that college. For us, that elementary got to talk straight to the high school. Yeah. And the gap sometimes is so far, the communication is just so.
It's lost.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not that I don't want to go into a different topic, but because you brought this up.
Yeah, I didn't mean to.
No. So this is what I'm saying. Because you brought this up, it's something that we need to pay attention to, and it's going to be on another show. But I gotta go ahead and bring this out. When you said that we go from young to old,
correct?
Right. So we got to get to the point where we understand what's in the middle, and we got to be able to nurture it and prepare it, because during this process we kind of miss so much. Yeah. In the middle,
it's so much missed, man. It's so much missed, and you're fast forward. Pushed into it, you know what I'm saying? And then comes where in my generation you have a lot of grown kids. You feel me?
Come on.
So they grown, but they still a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they grown though. Yeah. But they still a kid. So mentally still doing some kid. Yeah. So you know what I mean? And there ain't no handbook. You know, my mom, my dad. Thankfully, I was blessed to grow up with both of them. You know, so they wasn't no handbook. You know what I mean? And growing up with two parents doesn't guarantee you anything better than anybody else. You know what I'm saying? But the only guarantee is you're gonna get this experience, and that experience is that work. And are you gonna live and learn, or are you just gonna keep living without learning? That's where, you know, for us with our culture, you know what I mean? Someone to quick to say, oh well, man, like, damn, man, you just messed up. You messed yourself up going to, yeah, well, you know, you got to live and learn. All right. And then you're going to mess around and do it again 3 years later. Then you ain't learning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we not learning. We living, but we ain't learning. Yeah.
We got to really get a hold of things again. For everybody that just joined in, this was just a phenomenal interview. We still got a good, I know, close to 10, 15 minutes.
Oh man, that's dope.
So I'm just taking this opportunity for everybody that joined in. Again, this artist is Tito Starr.
Yes, sir.
Tito is a music artist. He's a rap artist. He's a businessman. I see you got is Down the Road.
Correct.
But talk to me about Down the Road. Tell me what's up with that. Come on.
Sir. Yes, sir. Well, Down the Road, man. My manager, she loves this one. It's Down the Road is in a whole nother country, connected to Maryland. It's like, nah, let me stop. But Down the Road is actually, if any of y'all are familiar with the DMV area, but Charles County, Maryland, Waldorf area.
Yes.
That's down the road, man. So that's down the road. That's where I live at. That's where I've been residing for the past couple of years. And down the road is symbolic of anywhere. Like, shoot, I was just coming here, and I told somebody, yeah, man, I got to go about an hour down the road to Virginia. You know what I'm saying? So, truthfully, down the road is universal and everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But for the people in the community of Charles County and Waldorf, down the road is what they've always called themselves. It's a tight-knit community of a lot of people that are family, you know, big families and so forth like that, kind of give you that old back home country vibe, you know what I'm saying? That good country home vibe, you know what I'm saying? So just basically putting it on the map, you know. So we took the name and just personified it and put it into a whole entity and turned it into a merch, into a gear, into a whole entity, man, which is Down the Road wear. We got sweatsuits, tracksuits, leggings for the ladies, workout gear for them, T-shirts, hoodies, etc. Laptop covers, everything, man. You know what I'm saying? And that was just in the evolution of becoming a business, understanding that, you know what I mean, this music is a whole lot more than just music. Any label that want to call themselves Taking You, the first thing they're going to want to know is what cap do you bring as far as capital. And if you're just telling them that, well, I got about 8 albums, you're going to get thrown back in the water like a fish. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If you say you have maybe 8 albums, maybe 2 or 3 businesses, et cetera, you may be somebody they want to talk to. Because that means you're making money and they can put money into you to make more money.
How about that?
So, yeah.
And I got to do a shout out also to Savage Guards, which is another clothing line that's out there that's doing their doing.
Salute all black owned business, man.
Yeah, we got to support each other.
Yes, sir.
It's just amazing that we take the opportunity to get out here and support one another at all levels, making sure that we all survive. I always say when you open one door for yourself, leave it cracked. Don't put the lock on it, but leave the door cracked so that the next person can stick their head in and you can coach them in and tell them, you know, and that goes back where you're talking about where we can kind of coach them through the middle part. Don't let them go from young to old and not have the opportunity to smell the roses
or to
on
at least
the journey.
Understand the way the road is paved out or the way the game is. You know what I mean? Like, definitely. Just even looking, you know, once again, real quick, just to touch on the other coaches, you have some people that are like congressmen, and then they'll have a son, and they hand it down to their son. You know what I'm saying? In that respect. So he's already done seen it from a granddaddy version, from a daddy version, from a kid version. You know what I'm saying? That's 3 different stages of being able to see the change. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to you calling yourself 18 and grown, and then next thing you know, you wake up and you like 36. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it just moved just like that. So yeah, for sure.
And for you to say just wake up like it's 36, how about waking up and then you're 61? You know,
Time do fly.
we got a
Definitely.
caller.
Definitely.
Caller, state your name and where you're calling from, please.
Hey, this is Slade. How you doing?
Hey, what's up? Hey, my brother, this is the gentleman I was talking about.
How you doing, boss?
This is one of the guys that was been in the music business for a long time.
That's right.
What's up, Pink?
Everything good, man. I enjoyed this gentleman. I'm sitting here listening to him. I mean, he was spitting out some real facts. I mean,
Appreciate
I
you,
love
man.
that.
Appreciate you, boss. Appreciate
You
you.
know, and you talked about the middle, you know, what was missing out the middle that a lot of people didn't get. So that was powerful, brother.
Thank you, Mr. Pinky. I appreciate that, man.
On the other side of the coin, you know, there's some doors that's open that you may could step right into, you know, that I know about. So Rodney has my number. I would love to talk to you and possibly introduce you to some people that you can
Blessings.
present your, you know,
Peace
your
and blessings.
presentation
Yes,
that you
sir.
have.
Most definitely, boss. Appreciate that, man. Definitely. We're gonna definitely get
No doubt,
each other
no
information.
doubt.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I actually, I'm so glad that we call him Pinky, Pinky Slate. This is one of the gentlemen who was back in the forefront when, you know, it was certain areas you couldn't go into.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm seriously. He introduced go-go to people in Virginia.
Dope.
He's
He's a pioneer, basically.
Oh, he's definitely.
That's it. That's all you had
Yeah.
to say. He a
He
pioneer.
a pioneer,
I
true
got you.
pioneer.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah, I came in from the promotion end, so, you know, I started doing promotion many years ago.
That's
You know,
what's up.
before I actually started playing myself. So I understand the game very well.
Definitely, man. We're gonna definitely chop it up for sure. I appreciate you calling up and showing me love, man. Appreciate you, boss. And we
No
definitely
doubt, no
gonna
doubt.
talk.
It was great, man. It's great because you have more, you know, you have a concern about your music, but you also have a concern about life.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's so powerful.
I mean, I had a couple close brushes, so it kind of got me right. So,
We all have.
yeah. But yeah, definitely got to, man. It's one and the same. You know what I mean? It's one and the same. Same things that we're talking about right now about the music game can be transferred over to life, can be transferred over to your job, just like Mr. Grimes was saying, for sure.
Well, there's an old saying that says, change the way you change.
Damn.
And once you do that, everything is to work. You know, the doors seem to open up for you.
Change the way you change. I'm about to take
Oh, yeah.
I got that one, man. I'm
You know,
about to
that's
use
from
it.
your past to your, you know, to your future.
I'm about to
So you're
use that
stepping
one.
out as a brand new person.
I like
All right,
catchphrases, so I'm definitely
going
gonna keep that one.
and finish listening to this show, but I just wanted to touch bases with you. And like I
Much
said,
love,
Rodney
Mr.
has
Pinky,
my
man.
contact.
Definitely, and we'll be in touch, boss, man.
And
Okay.
hey, Pinky, you want me to give him your number?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna do that.
My man.
My
All right,
man.
brother.
Yes,
hey, peace
sir.
and blessings, bro.
Peace and blessings.
All right. Yeah, Pinky, man, is a phenomenal brother that I had the opportunity to. I kind of got to look at him almost like family because after you know somebody for so long,
Right.
you know, you develop that relationship.
Yes, sir.
You know, he got a phenomenal man. He got one of his sons. One of his sons, man, this brother. I can't wait to get him on here to talk about some of the things that's flowing through his head. But having a father like Pinky Slate is a blessing because he may be a couple of years older than me, but he's been a blessing to me as well, teaching me things, helping me in different areas, giving me advice.
That's what the game is all about.
Yeah, he's one of those guys you can call on the phone and tell him that you working on a project and that you need this done.
Yeah.
And he'll step in and be like, yo, I don't think you need to do that. Why don't you let me call this person and
right. Yeah.
and then he'll get you over the hump.
Dope.
So much respect to him.
Definitely.
So we got a couple of minutes left. What
Yes,
I would
sir.
like to do is leave that for you to talk about whatever you want to talk about. I want you to talk about your projects.
Yes, sir.
What you're doing, what you want, how you want it. Tell people how to get back in touch with you.
Yes, sir. Once again, man, thank you to Mr. Grimes and the entire platform, the staff, for having me out, man. This was super dope. The energy is super dope. It was a great experience. You guys can follow me once again on Instagram, on Twitter. Same handle, TitoStarr1. Tito Starr with 2 R's and a 1. That's on Twitter and that's on Instagram. You guys can get in touch with Amy Cakes if you need to holler at me about any business inquiries. Make sure they're serious. She would take care of them for you. Amy Cakes, you can look her up. Amy Cakes, what's the number, Amy? 1978. 1978. Amy Cakes 1978. Amy Cakes 1978. So if you want to get up with me, you get at Amy Cakes 1978.
How about that? How about
yeah,
that?
for sure. But yeah, man, the music is on all streaming platforms right now. Rejuvenated is out right now. That's the album. Reinvented is also out on all streaming platforms. That was the album before Rejuvenated, and I'm presently working on Reawakened. So if you get the Re's in all the albums there, it started with Reinvented. Rejuvenated is my second album, and Reawakened is the new album that I'm working on right now. So I've been in the lab putting that together. Got a couple good features from a lot of artists. Just staying busy. Shows, interviews, etc. February 25th, I will be in Martini's down the road, White Plains, Maryland.
Yeah.
You can come on down there with the Good Lit Band. I'll be performing down there in the mission with them. What else we got going on? April 1st, I'll be on the Hooligan Express radio show up in Baltimore with Squirrel Wide. He's from 92Q. Anybody who's in the Baltimore area, 92Q is the PGC or KYS of their area.
Right.
So yeah, that'll be a dope look right there, man. And once again, man, anyone that wants to collab, get at me. You can get at me through the socials, or you can get at Amy Cakes once again. And thank you to Mr. Grimes and People to People, man. Appreciate y'all.
Hey, we appreciate you so
Yes,
much,
sir.
man. And again, it's all about love and us doing what we do.
Yes,
y'all
sir.
Remember, y'all got to show that love. Hit that. Go to YouTube and
Hit
subscribe.
that subscribe button, man.
Hit that subscribe button. Yes.
Button, man. Make sure y'all follow, man.
Yes.
Make sure y'all follow, subscribe, and leave comments.
Yes.
All of those things help. All of those
that's
things
what
help
it's
the
all about.
algorithms. They all help the algorithms. Yeah.
That is so cool,
For
man.
sure.
Hey, bro, man. I mean, really, man. It was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure,
bruh.
man.
You know,
Man, definitely,
I'm telling
definitely,
you,
definitely.
this was deep. This was
Definitely,
deep,
man.
and we going to make sure that we do this again. Everybody that's out there, y'all know this. Tito is coming back here, so he already threw a schedule together. I'm gonna be talking to Amy like before the week over, so we can look at her schedule to see when we can lock in and have Tito back in to help us out.
Yes, indeed, man.
It was real. This was a
People
real
to
fantastic moment
Yes,
with Mr.
indeed.
Tito Starr. This
Yes,
is People to
indeed.
People with Rodney Grimes.
Salute.
And we love you and appreciate you so much.
God bless. You are now rocking Tito Starr, and I'm in the building. People to People podcast with the one and only Mr. Rodney Grimes. Salute. Thank you for having me. And always on People to People.
It's People to People, Power to Power, Positive Thinking People.
Straight up.
That's how we do it.
Mr. Grimes.
My man.
Yes, sir.
Peace
Much
and
love.
blessings.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.